Cross, Indorf, Penny, Warren, and Tripp. Meanwhile, for New Hampshire, one of its leaders is Tyler Chevette. The power-hitting catcher loves to joke around while competing. He says, quote, "I win at everything that isn't running." Love it. Tyler can really play some baseball. And his battery mate, Tristan Lucier, who's coming off a brilliant no-hit performance that clinched the New Hampshire state title last Sunday when he struck out 16 batters. And so if you get to this point, and if you have any hope of advancing on to Williamsport, you need the kind of pitching that Tristan Lucier can bring to you. We are at the A. Bartlett Giamatti Little League Leadership Training Center. This is Breen Field in Bristol, and we have perfect weather for baseball in game number 2 of this New England Regional. And I tell you what, the grounds crew always does a marvelous job getting this thing ready for action. Ryan Gagnon will lead things off. And as mentioned, Ryan is the guy who makes this team go offensively. Not the biggest guy, but he certainly produces. And he takes a fastball up for ball 1. Sacco wearing the burgundy tops, and I love the pinstripes. Meanwhile, their opponents from New Hampshire wearing the navy with the red lettering and the white trim. Well, no surprise, Ryan Gagnon's favorite player is Bo Bichette of the Blue Jays. Got the same kind of flow hanging out the backside of the helmet. Ryan calls for time. He's among the many multi-sport athletes that we will see here this week. He is a very good youth hockey player. He slaps the baseball the other way from his backside. Connolly makes the throw but can't get the out. An infield single to begin the ball game and set the table for Saco, Maine. Third baseman Braden Connolly did all that he could. Around the infield, it's Mason DeVal, the manager's son at shortstop. Keith Townsend plays second for New Hampshire. And Cal Lucier, the twin brother of the pitcher Tristan, is the first baseman. And the batter is Quinn Cook, who looks at a strike. Well, Tristan Lucier has outstanding stuff. His manager says the fastball tops out in the low 70s. And again, this is not a regulation major league size diamond. Of course, for Little League, it's 2/3 the size. So if you can throw 70 plus, that's like 90 plus from 60 feet 6 inches away. His 0-2 pitch goes to the backstop. Sprinting to second is Gagnon. And with nobody out, Maine has a runner in scoring position. Well, Tristan Lucier, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 135 pounds. He does not get the call, and the count evens 2-2. And Tristan's going to turn 13 next month. He'll be an 8th grader at Hillside Middle School. And as we talked this afternoon, he did get the call. So that is his first strikeout as Quinn Cook is retired. And so that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Brennan Tabor. Number 99, the shortstop for Saco Dayton. Well, Maine won consecutive games over Cumberland North Yarmouth to claim the state championship last week. And in the decisive, if necessary game, they fell behind 4-0 before rallying to win an extra innings. Another pitch in the dirt, and moving up again is Ryan Gagnon. Lucier covers the plate to make sure he doesn't try to go 2 bases at a time. And certainly with that fastball, Tyler Chevette behind the plate's got to be ready on every single pitch. There is Tyler. son of Gene and Jason. He's the older brother of Madeline. Nice job getting that fastball that got away and keeping Gagnon right at third base. Well, Tyler, like so many of the players who we see in this New England region, he's a Red Sox fan. His favorite Red Sox of all time, former Red Sox now, the retired Dustin Pedroia. Now the 2-2 to Brennan Tabor. It goes to the backstop, but they get a nice bounce, and so Gagnon has to stay at third, and the count goes full, 3-2. The payoff pitch. Strike three call. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tristan Lucier.
Number 2, Noah Fullerton.
And now the cleanup hitter and pitcher for the Maine State champs, Noah Fullerton. Rips that ball to right, and it's caught. Ryzen Michaud puts it away. And so Maine strands a runner at third base at the end of the half inning. In Bristol, Connecticut, no score, with New Hampshire coming to bat.
We thank Bristol Health for their continued support of the Little League Baseball East Region Tournament.
Okay.
Little League International strongly encourages.
Out his lineup card for this opening game for them in the New England region. Dom LeBranch will lead off. Mason Duval, the shortstop, batting second. The pitcher, Tristan Lucier, bats third. His twin brother, Kalen, bats cleanup. Heck of a 1-2 punch. Followed by Keith Townsend, Jacoby Acevedo, Tyler Chevette, who we've introduced you to, Braden Connolly, and Ryzen Michaud, the right fielder, batting ninth for this New Hampshire team that survived an 11-game gauntlet in the district tournament and then only had to play 2 games in the state tournament in New Hampshire. Both came against Bedford. Of course, they won them to advance to the regional round. And during their 13 games this year, New Hampshire has a team batting over 400, and opponents are hitting just 113. And that's what's facing Dom LeBranch, who says he is inspired by the Astros All-Star Jose Altuve. Altuve's only about 5'5.5", and he's an inspiration to all of us who have been height challenged at any time in our lives. Dom is 4'7", 69 pounds, but again, he's the leadoff hitter for an excellent Little League team out of North Manchester, New Hampshire. The pitch from Noah Fullerton goes to the backstop. LeBranch will be followed by Deval and Tristan Lucier. And they're facing a pitcher whose nickname is No-No. Now, his first name is Noah, but he goes by No-No, but he's yet to have a no-hitter this summer in All-Star competition, but he's got that kind of stuff. If he is on, he can really shut down even a really good offense. He's got a good fastball, and his slider might be his best pitch, but he issues a leadoff walk to LeBranch.
Number 27, Mason Deval.
Noah Fullerton is already 5 feet 9 inches tall, 130 pounds. He'll be a 7th grader at Saco Middle School, where he says math is his favorite subject. We've got no score in the bottom half of the first inning from Bristol, Connecticut. This is Maine and New Hampshire. The winner of this game will advance to face Massachusetts at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Massachusetts and Connecticut both got byes today. And now, apparently, LeBranch had not walked. They put him back at home plate, and he is struck out. And so now we'll see Mason DeVal. The manager's son fouls off the first pitch. Now he homered in Sunday's New York State Championship win over Bedford. His nickname is Warning Track, and that's because apparently he has warning track power, and until that home run last weekend, all of his fly balls only went to the warning track. So I suggested to his dad, maybe it's time to come up with a new nickname. It's not Warning Track anymore. And he agreed. We laughed about it, and he said he and the coaches and the players are working on it. But Mason DeVal had one of the big home runs for the summer for New Hampshire last weekend. And this is the same core group of kids from New Hampshire who won state titles last year. But because we didn't have the regional round, that's as far as it went. From his knees, Ben Indorf able to get the out at first base. What a play at the hot corner for the Saco third baseman. Ben Indorf, he brought his glove and he's ready to play. So there are two away for Tristan Lucier. Now Tristan is not just the ace pitcher for this team. Get this, in 13 postseason games this summer, he's got 10 home runs. Takes the pitch from Fullerton on the outside corner for a strike. Bottom of the first, no score. 2 out, nobody on, as New Hampshire plays Maine. Missing outside, and so the count is now even 2-2 as Fullerton goes back to the rosin bag. Swing and a miss. Fullerton with a pair of first inning punch-outs, and he retires New Hampshire in order. Scoreless as we head to the second.
Accepting your donations. Your contributions help to defray the cost of running this regional tournament, including the expense of housing and feeding all teams at no cost to players or their Little League programs. Thank you for your generous support of Little League Baseball.
Who was his catcher? They won state championships. They went on to regionals, lower level World Series. But Ben never got out from behind the plate until his senior year of high school. Now while Ian is pitching in the big leagues, brother Ben is now pitching in the Texas Rangers minor league system, working his way up. So while Cal lists his brother as his favorite athlete, they both have a huge upside and potential at whatever position they wind up playing as they get older. So Tristan strikes out Carlton Cross to begin the second inning. And here is the third baseman, Ben Indorf. Ben made a terrific play in the last half inning on a sharp ground ball. And he drives this one to center field. Almost dead in his tracks, though. Jacoby Acevedo for out number 2.
Number 22, Connor Penny.
And now the second baseman, Connor Penny, will take his turn against Tristan Lucier. Well, Connor is the smallest player on the team, 4'7", 70 pounds. He's 11 years old, going to be a 7th grader at Saco Middle School. But what I think, with all these guys, don't worry, that growth spurt's coming. And just because you're shorter than the others doesn't mean they can get over on you. And Connor's got an older brother, Josh, who reached the 2018 New England Regional in Bristol for Saco. And then he's got an oldest brother, Ryan. And the Penny kids are making so proud their parents, James and Carlene. And Connor says his favorite athlete, I like this. Connor, when asked in the questionnaire that we gave out by Little League to all of the Little Leaguers coming to Bristol, he says his favorite athlete is Connor Penny. I like it. I like the self-confidence. 2 out, nobody on, top of the second inning. Saco, Maine. With nobody on and 2 out, their number 7 hitter, Connor Penny, trying to get a pitch he can handle from Tristan Lucier. And he draws a walk. Second base runner in as many innings for Maine.
Number 0, Hayden Warren.
And now Hayden Warren, the right fielder, lefty hitter, will take his first trip to the plate. Strike 1. Well, each of these managers and teams have different philosophies trying to work their way through the pitch limits that are mandatory as legislated and tracked very closely by Little League Baseball. And Tim DeVal, the manager for New Hampshire, said he wants to use Tristan just as much as he can in this game 1. He doesn't want to save him for the next time. So if he has to go complete game to get this win against Maine, they're going to do it. He's just picked up his 3rd strikeout through 2 innings. So far, the plan is working to keep Maine off the board. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. No score between New Hampshire and Maine. Cal Lucier is the bigger twin, and they've got so many things in common, of course. And one of the things that they share is that every single game, their mom, Michelle, gives each of them a lucky penny. And so each of the twin brothers, Tristan and Cal, carry a lucky penny, I presume, in their back pocket while they play. You can hear the advice from that New Hampshire dugout to Cal. Use the whole field. They are facing a big-time right-handed pitcher in Noah Fullerton. That one gets away from Fullerton. I think that was probably his slider that he didn't have a good grip on. But that is a plus pitch for him. Go get a little better grip and go back to work. Strike called on the outside corner for strike number 3. Good start to the game for Noah Fullerton. He has struck out 3 of the first 4 batters he has faced. Calling the balls and strikes tonight, Thomas DeMuro. At first, Julius Trimback. Second base umpire, Michael Connolly. And at third is Darren Lambert. And these guys are not only volunteers, this is their second game of the day. These guys are doing doubleheaders. They're here all week. No pay, just for the love of the game and for these kids. Keith Townsend fouls the pitch back and out of play. That's a good look at Keith, the second baseman for this New Hampshire State Championship team. Ryan Gagnon, the catcher for this opening game for the Saco Dayton Little League champs from Maine. Townsend looks at a strike. Ball got dropped, and so they're going to have to complete the strikeout down to first. Out number 2 here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Number 1,
still no score. And now Jacoby Acevedo, the center fielder, stands in. Well, Acevedo is one of the 4 holdovers from the 2020 New Hampshire State Championship team, with Mason Deval and the Lucier twins, the other 3. So the core has been there. These kids have come up together. Slow roller, left side, gobbled up by Tabor. Tabor's aboard with 2 men out.
Number 42, Tyler.
And that'll bring up Tyler Chevette. Wearing number 42. Swings and misses at the first offering, a slider from Fullerton. Well, Tyler says his dream job is to be a lawyer. And his reasoning is, quote, "My stubbornness and arguing skills are a good fit." Love this kid. The 0-2 to Chevette. Strike 3 called. 5 of the 6 outs recorded by Noah Fullerton so far tonight have been strikeouts. He strands a runner by getting called strike 3 against Tyler Chevette. Scoreless as we head to the 3rd in Bristol, Connecticut. Okay. Okay. It's all right. And you know what? I had no idea.
What a summer, what a season.
No regrets. Swing it, baby, swing it.
It is dropping, the dive, and the catch is made.
Whatever happens, guys, again, it's going to be a great day. Very proud of you guys. Let's have some great fun today. Huh?
It's all about the fun of playing Little League Baseball, and we cannot wait. We have 6 teams here in Bristol in the New England region, and 2 of the 6 will advance to Williamsport, as Will Tripp takes a fastball from Tristan Lucier up and in for ball 1. And because of the pandemic, there is no international competition for this year's Little League World Series, and that means they filled out the field, or they will, with only American teams. And so that's why not just the regional champ, but also the regional runner-up will get to punch their ticket to go to the Little League World Series this year. Tripp tries to hold up on the fastball, can't do it, and he's behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And so we will have 16 teams in Williamsport beginning on August the 19th. There is strikeout number 4 recorded by Tristan Lucier. And back to the top of the order with Ryan Gagnon due up. And one of the great touches that Little League has done this year is that they have named those 2 brackets in the memory and honor of both Henry Aaron and Tom Seaver. Gagnon slaps it to left. Nice running catch by Dom LeBranch for the 2nd out. Very quickly 2 away, and you keep an eye on that pitch count. Our graphic has it at 36 right now. And as we mentioned, that is a big component in Little League Baseball. The maximum pitch count is 85 pitches in a game for any pitcher. 66 or more pitches in a game means you've got to rest 4 calendar days before you pitch again. 51 to 65 pitches in a game, 3 calendar days of rest must be observed, and so forth. 36 to 50, you need 2 days off. 21 to 35 pitches, 1 calendar day off. There's a fastball at the knees, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So it's a constant chess match with the manager and his coaching staff to try and figure out, all right, what do we need this game and what do we need to try and preserve, especially from our better pitchers, assuming we get to days 3, 4, and 5. But the first and foremost job is to get past game 1. This is double elimination, but you really want to win that first one and go into the winner's bracket. Tristan Lucier is dealing. 3 up, 3 down. Still scoreless heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Okay. Excellent. Want to play Little League? Well, it is easy. Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League program near you. And yes, there are over 4,500 Little Leagues playing baseball and softball in the United States. So I can almost guarantee you there is a league for you near you. Bottom of the 3rd underway, New Hampshire and Maine in this opening round game of the New England region. And it has been a pitcher's duel as expected so far. On the mound for the Saco Dayton Little League Maine State champs, Noah Fullerton, facing the 8-9 one-hitters here in the 3rd. This is Braden Connolly. He lifts it foul and falls behind in the count, 1-2. That's a common theme on the questionnaires we got. Favorite actor for a lot of these young boys is Adam Sandler, and you can understand why. Sandler's got a lot of good movies that would make 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old boys and 50-somethings like myself laugh as well. Connolly down on strikes. Ryzen Michaud, lefty batter and number 9 hitter in the lineup for New Hampshire today, will stand in. And he had one of the biggest hits of the summer last Sunday when he belted a 2-run homer in the New Hampshire State Final to help beat Bedford. Chases a pitch up and out of the zone, knows he should have let that one go, and now he's in a tough spot. Ryzen Michaud puts his bat on the ball, sprays it foul, and they will do it again. Well, you would never know it, but 2 weeks ago, this facility in Bristol hosted the softball regionals, and they had skinned the grass off of the infield dirt, because in softball, of course, they're used to playing with no grass on the infield, so you play all dirt. So they stripped the grass off, and look at it. You would never know. Less than 2 weeks later, perfect. Strike 3 swinging. Michaud is retired. And so back to the top of the order. And it looks like we've got ourselves a pinch hitter in Cal Murphy, the oldest of Kathleen and Matthew's 3 kids. The middle child between Nolan and Annie. Cal is 12, 4'11", getting his first opportunity to hit. Takes a good hack, but he falls behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Fullerton does not get the call. Fullerton's coming off a 1-hitter his last time out to force the if necessary game in the state championship, and he's dealing again tonight. He strikes out the side in order. Give him 8 strikeouts already through 3 innings. And he's allowed only 1 base runner, and that came on an error. Halfway home, no score between Maine and New Hampshire. Okay. And Al, I don't know if you're waiting for me, but if you're World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile.
For Maine, number 99.
The New Hampshire State champs, well represented both on the field and up in the stands. Love the fact that the folks have traveled. And even though we do have limits, as home plate umpire Thomas DeMuro lost his face mask, looks like he's okay, maybe walking it off. We do have limited fan accessibility this year because of the ongoing pandemic, of course. So each of the teams was given by Little League 250 passes for them to do with what they wanted to. So we don't have anywhere near the numbers in the stands that we usually do. And there you see. I'm not sure whether it was the catcher Tyler Chevette's mitt or the ball or a combination of the two that got a piece of the face mask of the umpire, but it looks like he's okay, which is good. And so Tristan Lucier back to work on the mound for New Hampshire. And it's very quickly 3 balls and no strikes to the number 3 hitter, Brennan Tabor. High heat, 3 balls and a strike. A lot of hockey fans amongst the New England regional players. Not surprisingly, lots of them are Boston Bruins fans. Many of these kids play hockey as well during the wintertime. And I always think that's a great thing to focus on more than one sport. Play what's in season. Enjoy it, have fun with your friends. Get better at all of them and see where it leads you, if at all. And if you don't wind up playing pro ball and if you don't wind up getting a scholarship, that's fine too, because you benefit so greatly in so many ways from participating in all these sports. Good fight going on here by Brennan Tabor. Tristan Lucier's payoff pitch. Lifted in the air to right center field, and it's down for a leadoff base hit. Acevedo did all he could diving out in center field, but Dave Tabor's got himself a single. Second hit of the ball game given up by Tristan Lucier. Well, North Manchester hooks it. He is making its first appearance in the New England Regional Tournament. And this Little League All-Star team went 2-0 in the state tournament. And in terms of the state's history in this New England Regional, over the years, New Hampshire's 1-5 in the final. And the state has lost its last 4 appearances, most recently in 2019 after winning the 2006 regional final. Noah Fullerton fouls it off. He's behind 0-2. And of course, we did not have a regional last year due to the pandemic. No World Series as well. Strike 3 call. 1 away as Fullerton strikes out. As you see, 7 Ks through 3 1/3 innings. Now Carlton Cross. Thought about it, held up, takes it down low for ball 1. I wonder if he's still such a big Chris Bryant fan now that he's no longer a Cub and is a member of the San Francisco Giants. Seems like the kids are less loyal to teams sometimes and are happy to follow their favorite player as he moves around. And that's just the nature of Major League Baseball and professional sports these days, that most players don't stay with the same team. It's amazing what the Chicago Cubs did at the trade line, getting rid of their 4 best players, trying to tear down and rebuild. If you're a fan of the Cubs, that can be tough to swallow. The 3-0 to Cross. Ball 4. So Tabor moves to second. Cross reaches on the walk, and Ben Indorf will be pinch hit for Logan LeBlanc. And his favorite player is a young man who not only played Little League, but made it all the way to the Little League World Series back in the day. Of course, I'm talking about Dodgers outfielder / first baseman Cody Bellinger. That is who Logan most enjoys watching. Logan shows bunt as the ball goes to the backstop. Finally, the pitcher starts to come toward home plate to make sure that Tabor stopped at third. So Tabor's at third. Cross is at second. A base hit would be a huge boost for Saco, Maine. The 2-0. LeBlanc again showing bunt. Pitch misses up. 3-0. Strike one. Well, like so many of the boys who play Little League, the ultimate dream is to make it to Major League Baseball, of course. But Logan says his plan B, he'll be an engineer designing Lego sets. He bunts that one foul, and now the count goes full. And Logan's about to be a sixth grader. He turns 12 in September. And he's a big sports fan, loves the Duke Blue Devils college basketball team. Says his favorite all-time athlete was Michael Jordan. Obviously never saw MJ play live and in person, but YouTube is a wonderful thing. And he looks at strike three. Out number 2 in the inning for Tristan Lucier. Trying to work around a leadoff single by Tabor and a walk by Cross.
Number 14, Riker Borgian.
Riker Borgian, the pinch hitter. He shows bunt and takes it inside, ball one. Well, Riker's got a birthday coming up October 15th. He'll be a 13-year-old. And by then, he'll already be well into the 7th grade at Saco Middle School. His favorite TV show is Friends. Favorite food is corn on the cob, and he's a big fan of D.D. Gregorius, the Philadelphia Phillies shortstop. Borgian holds up. It's a called strike, 1-2. Did he hold up? He did not. 3 more punch-outs for Tristan Lucier, and he strands 2 runners in scoring position. Still scoreless between Maine and New Hampshire.
For the teams and the Giamatti Center during this region tournament. Please utilize these laundry located right down the street on Route 6.
So, well, you're a Cubs fan with game. Tune into the excitement of the Little League Softball World Series from August 11th to the 18th. And visit LittleLeagueSoftball.org for great content and information about starting a softball league near you. Never underestimate the value of a penny, indeed. That is a little play on words because we have a young man by with the last name of Penny playing in this game. And his family members have made the trip to see Connor Penny down from Saco, Maine. 1 ball, 1 strike from Noah Fullerton to Mason Deval. Mason grounded out to third in the first inning. And it's a very manageable pitch count so far for Fullerton. Even though he's racking up the strikeouts, his pitch count only at 45. Throws that one into the dirt. And the count is 2-2. Well, I take from his answers to what Mason would do with the money if he ever won the lottery is he's a big car enthusiast, because he was very specific about what he would do with that cash. He lifts a fly ball to right. In to make the play is Hayden Warren for out number 1. And Mason says if he wins the lottery, he's going to win a McLaren 720S or an Audi R8. And my question is, if you win the lottery, why don't you just buy one of each? Why not? Why be choosy? So Deval is retired, and Tristan Lucier will come up. Again, Tristan has 10 home runs in his first 13 games on this All-Star postseason tour that has brought this team from New Hampshire to Bristol, Connecticut. Breaking ball from Fullerton catches the outside corner. It's 0-2. Grounded past the mound. The shortstop Tabor's got it. Not in time, though. Lucier beats it out for an infield single.
Number 6, Cal Lucier.
And so now Tristan's twin, Cal Lucier, will stand in. He was a strikeout victim his first time. He lines it to left. There to make the grab is Tripp. Throws back to first, trying to double up the runner, but not quite in time. What a throw. And very nearly got Tristan Lucier too far off the bag. And I have a feeling we may have a I love that look. We may have a challenge. That youngster, Will Tripp, knows he just uncorked a beautiful throw and very nearly got himself a 7-3 double play. My goodness, that was a throw. Well, the pride and joy of Andy and Amanda. And you know what? Will's father, Andy, when he was a 9-year-old, came to this facility as a fan to watch the Maine State Champs play in the Little League region. Still has the T-shirt to prove it from 1988. And Will is a young 11-year-old, but boy, he's got a great arm. And he could wind up pitching somewhere down the road. That's what his manager, Jamie Gagnon, told me yesterday as we take another look on this challenge. He may be out. And so he told me all about the arm of this left fielder, saying he could pitch someday. And here is that arm. All the way on the fly and on the money. A great stretch by Colton Cross. And immediately everybody for Saco, Maine said, we need to challenge that call because we think we have an inning-ending double play. You can see Tristan Lucier made it all the way to the second base bag and really had to scramble back. What an arm. And what a bright future playing baseball for that young man. And you know what? Will Tripp's sister, Maggie, also a great athlete. She, in recent days, won a Maine State Championship in running in the 1500 for her age group, 13 to 14-year-olds. So Maggie's quite the runner, and her brother Will has quite the arm. Their dad Andy played baseball in high school at Thornton Academy right there in Saco, and then he played baseball at Division III Colby College in Waterville, Maine, and Andy's son Will has quite an arm. Let's see what the verdict is on the challenge, and is it indeed a 7-3 double play? Indeed it is. What a throw. And that retires the side. So a line drive to left off the bat of Cal Lucier turns into an inning-ending double play. We head to the 5th. Still no score. Thank you for keeping me abreast. I always try to hold off and let the drama build, presented by T-Mobile. In Bristol, Connecticut, on a gorgeous night for Little League Baseball, we've got ourselves a classic pitcher's duel between the state champs from Maine and New Hampshire. The winner of this game will go into the winner's bracket and face Massachusetts tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And we have a pinch hitter to begin the top of the 5th inning for the Maine state champs, Brody Hattie-Harris. And he's coming through a painful period. He's had such a growth spurt that his knees are always painful. And so just to see him walk and run sometimes when it's flaring up looks pretty painful. So he's coming in to pinch hit. He's got a good bat. He would love nothing more than to have to trot around the bases if he can get a hold of one. Tristan Lucier's pitch. And it's strike 2. Hattie-Harris batting in the 8th spot in place of Hayden Warren. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Hattie-Harris down on strikes.
Number 13, Owen Thompson.
Owen Thompson now the pinch hitter in place of Will Tripp. As you see, the pitch count has crept over 70. The most you can throw is 85, plus the rest of that at bat when you reach the 85 threshold. So at the rate he's going, they may have to nurse him to get through this top of the 5th inning. Well, Owen Thompson's nickname is the O-Dog. The O-Dog shows bunt, and he's ahead in the count, 2-1. As you see, he's 4'10", 80 pounds. Space Jam is the movie he likes most. Parents Brian and Brandy, siblings Colin, Gavin, and Evelyn. And he's got himself a 3-1 count. His favorite baseball player, not a Red Sox. It is Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers, former National League Most Valuable Player. As he and the Brewers trying to hold off the hard-charging Cincinnati Reds in the National League Central these days. 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2, so the count goes full to the pinch hitter, Owen Thompson. Strike 3 called. 4 straight strikeouts for Tristan Lucier. And as you see, 11 total through 4 2/3 innings. And the pitch count up to 77. Now we'll have to deal with the leadoff man, Ryan Gagnon. Ryan's got one of the 2 hits so far for Maine here tonight. He singled and got stranded on third base in the 1st inning. Then he slapped it the other way again and was retired by the left fielder, making a nice running catch. 1 for 2. And another pitch gets away from Tristan Lucier. 2 balls and no strikes. Have a visit to the mound from the New Hampshire dugout. Tim DeVal, by the way, is a member of the United States Coast Guard. 29 years, it'll be in November. Thank you very much to Tim for his service, and to your wife, Melissa, for all that entails, and also your 4 children as well, Caitlin, Riley, Mason, and Brooke. And I asked Tim, how do you get so much time off for this time commitment? He says, I got a great boss. Commander Mike Snyder and Captain Webb do all they can to accommodate his want to be a Little League volunteer and be there for his son and for these kids as they try to fulfill the dream of making it to Williamsport. 3 balls and a strike. And Gagnon draws a 2-out walk. And that is what your table setter does, batting over 500 this summer and not afraid to take a pitch, work a count, and get yourself on base. So a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Quinn Cook. Got a couple of nicknames, Cookie and Cookie Monster. Now you see a couple of strikeouts so far, looking for his first hit. Tristan Lucier misses outside for ball 1. So here is pitch number 85 for Tristan Lucier, and that is the limit, but he will be allowed to finish this at bat facing Quinn Cook, and obviously he would like to get this out and get himself through the 5 innings and turn it over to the relievers. And now Cook has himself a good hitter's count. He can be selective here and pick out a pitch that he likes. Ball 4. Gagnon sprints to second, takes a turn, and Chevette, the catcher, got to the ball to keep him at second. But consecutive walks, and that will be it for Tristan Lucier because of the pitch count. So high fives all around. Job well done. He has, to this point, kept Maine from getting onto the scoreboard, but the 2 runners on base are his responsibility with this pitching change. And as Mason DeVal warms up, Little League would like to extend a special thank you to its official sponsors like Major League Baseball's Play Ball Initiative, who help to maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. Little League would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of children. And that certainly includes the hundreds who are in Bristol, Connecticut this week with hopes and dreams of making it to the Little League World Series. And even if not, I mean, these kids get to come and stay in dormitories with their friends, and yes, it's different this year because of the pandemic, but this is for most a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it is something they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. They're the bright faces for the kids from New Hampshire, although they were smiling for the pictures, not smiling right now because, well, Saco, Maine once again is threatening. Saco has left a runner on base in the first, a runner on base in the second, and 2 in third. They've left a couple of guys at third base. And with 2 outs, they've got the heart of the lineup due up to face the relief pitcher who's come in from shortstop, Mason DeVal. Mason soon to be a 13-year-old, a 7th grader at Hawley Middle School. He's a big Yankees fan. His favorite ball player is the Padres sensation, Fernando Tatis Jr. But right now, he's locked in on trying to retire Brennan Tabor, who lined a single his last time up. There's strike 1. DeVal's 0-1, fouled away, throwing strikes. And now he's got Brennan Tabor in a tough spot, 0-2. He just traded places defensively with Tristan Lucier moving out to shortstop. The 0-2. Hit towards right center field, and it's down for a base hit. That will score the game's first run. Sliding in safely to make it 1-0, and then 2-0 as Quinn Cook came in. Gagnon and Cook score on the 2-run single off the bat of Brennan Tabor. Terrific effort out in the outfield. You can't ask for a better effort from Michaud. Nice backup by the center fielder, Jacoby Acevedo. But by the time they got it back in, Gagnon was across, and Cook beat the throw to make it 2-0. And now the cleanup hitter, Noah Fullerton. Tabor down to second base on the throw to the plate. Fouled out of play, 0-2. Well, this inning began innocently enough. Back-to-back strikeouts recorded by the starting pitcher Tristan Lucier. But then he gave up back-to-back walks, reached the pitch maximum, had to be replaced, and a base hit to right field to score the first 2 runs. One ball, 2 strikes. Goes with a fastball on 1-2, misses outside, and the count evens up. Three balls, 2 strikes. Tyler Chevette behind the plate, getting his work in tonight. Slow roller towards short. Tristan Lucier to his twin brother over at first to retire the side, but not before Saco Dayton Little League, the Maine state champion, scores a couple of runs on 1 base hit. They're in the driver's seat as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're a miracle worker, Al. So now, how will North Manchester Hooks at Little League from New Hampshire respond to giving up the 2 runs in the top of the 5th? Can they get back in it here in the bottom of the 5th? Noah Fullerton, the nickname No-No, he's given up just 1 hit tonight, and his 52nd pitch is a called strike. With 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up here, we've got a pinch hitter, Ryan Gaspy, quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Ryan's favorite player is Dustin Pedroia, the former Red Sox. Good eye there to get the count to 1-2. Ryan's favorite song is Hustling. Favorite book, The Big Field. And his favorite movie, one of my favorites as well. And there's so many good baseball movies, but his favorite is 42. Of course, the life story of Jackie Robinson. Two balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Gaspy. That's a strike. 1 away.
Number 14, Liam Carter Patton.
Liam Carter Patton is the pinch hitter. And Liam Carter takes a ball. Well, Liam is about to celebrate a birthday. Still 11. He turns 12 on August 18th, and he's the pride and joy of his parents, Zach and Marissa. And one of his favorite baseball players, J.D. Martinez, just came off the COVID injured list today and had, I think, 4 hits for the Red Sox as they look to stay in that race in the American League East. Called strike 2. This will be the 60th pitch for Noah Fullerton, and it's his 10th strikeout of the ball game.
Number 50, Timmy Evans.
And now Tyler Chevette will be pinch hit for by number 50, Timmy Evans. Timmy behind that fastball for strike one. Timmy's the youngest of 7 kids. Randy's a stay-at-home mom. Scott, he is an orthopedic physician assistant. And Timmy's going to be a 7th grader at Cawley Middle School in just a matter of weeks. And he's looking forward to his favorite class, and I get this, phys ed. 0-2 pitch, got a piece. Held on to, though, by the catcher, Gagnon. 3 up, 3 down. 3 straight strikeouts. Fullerton in complete control back in Bristol. And if this score holds, again, this is a double elimination format tournament, so you're not out. You get another opportunity. The loser of this game wouldn't play again until Tuesday night against an opponent to be determined. Top of the 6th gets underway with a routine ground ball to first. Cal Lucier steps on the bag for out number 1. And as a bit of scorekeeping, that base hit last inning that scored the 2 runs was a 2-run double for Brennan Tabor. So a 2-run double, the big hit so far to score the only runs of the ball game. And the batter is Ben Indorf, hitting for the 2nd time. He flew out to center field in the 2nd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. First full inning of work for the right-hander Mason DeVal, who relieved Tristan Lucier, who reached the 85-pitch maximum. And he's ahead in the count to Indorf, 1-2. And you'll see very quickly why it's so important to have depth on your pitching staff. And in this format, with the pitch limits in place, where you have to play game after game after game, you've got to have more than one ace. It's great to have that ace and try to ride him. And you can ride him for a while, but at some point, others are going to have to step up. Now for Maine, they seem to be set up very well at this point with Noah Fullerton. His pitch count under control, has a chance for a complete game shutout in the bottom of this inning. And that would leave Maine with Brennan Tabor fresh as the scheduled Game 2 starter. Ben Indorf would have been or would be the relief pitcher if they need one here tonight. And Colton Cross is their 4th pitcher as well, and 3 of those guys could be fresh if Fullerton can close out this ball game by himself. Indorf is aboard with a 1-out walk. And so now we'll have another pitching change, it appears, as Mason DeVal gives the baseball to his father, Tim. And it looks like he'll go back to shortstop. Lucier will go out to center, perhaps, and we'll get it all sorted out. And when we come back from break, we'll have everybody in their proper place. Back to Breen Field in a moment.
For Maine, number 12, Logan LeBlanc.
Of course there is. Yeah. Okay, Cal Lucier. Boy, lots of movement. Well, I tell you what, that post-game spicy chicken sandwich is going to taste a heck of a lot better if Cal Lucier and his New Hampshire teammates can reverse this score. He comes in with a runner on base and 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Maine pushed across 2 runs in the 5th and is threatening to add to it with defensive changes all around behind him. Townsend now plays first. Acevedo playing second. Deval off the mound after pitching in relief is back to shortstop. And the starting pitcher, Tristan Lucier, the twin of Cal, is playing directly behind him out in center field. And the batter is Connor Penny. He looks at a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Connor's had 1 plate appearance tonight. He drew a walk in the 2nd inning. And so Penny is facing a pitcher who has a lucky penny in his pocket. As we mentioned earlier, the Lucier twins get matching pennies from their mom before each game, and they hold them for luck. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Cal Lucier. Cal's 5'8", and as mentioned, he's a little bit heavier than his twin brother by 5 pounds. Ball gets away. Down to second, the throw. Not in time. Indorf is in scoring position, although it's a pinch runner. LeBlanc is the runner now in scoring position. Logan LeBlanc. And now the payoff pitch to Connor Penny. Ball 4, take your base. Second straight walk as Maine threatens to add some insurance runs. Proud family member making the trip down and watching Connor draw his 2nd walk of the ball game. Brody Hedieris batting for the 2nd time. To the backstop it goes. And there's no throw to third. Both runners move up. LeBlanc to third, Penny to second. The 1-0 to Hedieris. Ripped right side and into right field, a base hit. 1 runs in. They put on the brakes on the 2nd runner. So Penny stands at third. LeBlanc scores to make it 3-0 Maine. Brody Hedieris playing on those 2 injured knees with a huge RBI single. And so with those knees, you see him hobble back to the dugout. Special pinch runner to take his place. And so it's Hayden Warren who will pinch run. So Penny's at third, Warren's at first. And the pitch to the O-Dog. Owen Thompson misses up. Thompson getting his 2nd crack. Cal Lucier's 1-0 pitch. Gets to the backstop again. And as you see at Breen Field in Bristol, there's not a lot of room between home plate and the backstop. So you've got a chance to keep that runner in third if you recover quickly, as we saw Tyler Chevette do there. Now the 2-0. Upstairs, 3-0. The infield is in, trying to cut off another run at the plate. Already down 3-0 in this final inning. Strike called. Thompson goes back to pick up the bat after he thought he had walked. Fights it off, and it lands foul on the first base side, and the count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cal Lucier's payoff pitch. Chopped right side, foul. And they'll do it again. Saco Dayton Little League is making its first appearance in the New England Regional Tournament. They went 5-1, outscoring their opponents 43-10 en route to winning the state title last week. And that came after losing their first game. They're still fighting on the comebacker, throw to first, but the run scores. An RBI ground out for Thompson, and it's 4-0 Maine.
Number 6.
Over to third goes Hayden Warren. And back to the top of the order for Ryan Gagnon, making his 4th plate appearance. He's reached base twice with a single and a walk, scored a run in the 5th. Gagnon doesn't agree with the call. It's 0-2. Ripped to right, and it's going to go all the way to the warning track. Heading to third with the throw. Out. Gagnon retired, but it's a huge RBI double to make the score 5-0.
For New Hampshire, number 17, Braden Connolly.
Noah Fullerton is 3 outs away from a complete game shutout in this opening round game of the New England Regional. Working quickly and throwing strikes, he's ahead in the count, 0-2. 5-0 Maine with 3 big insurance runs in the top half of the 6th inning. And a quick conference, Ryan Gagnon, who just had that RBI double and was thrown out at third base to end the top of the 5th, has a quick word with his battery mate, Noah Fullerton. Braden Connolly back in for New Hampshire. And he fights off the pitch. Onto the screen, it remains 0-2. Well, the Maine state champion has reached the New England Regional Final 3 times. They won it in 2005 and lost their other 2 finals appearances in 03 and in 17. Noah Fullerton doesn't need to know that history. He just knows he is dealing tonight. Out number 1. Noah is 5'9", 130 pounds, and it looks like his day is done. With a 5-run lead and 67 pitches thrown, it looks like we're going to make a switch. He is over the 66-plus pitch threshold in a game, and so he's going to need 4 calendar days until he can pitch again. But he has done his job and then some here tonight. And the new pitcher is Brennan Tabor, who comes from shortstop. And will go through his warm-up tosses, trying to get the final 2 outs of this ball game. Not surprisingly, as you see there, Brennan is among the many Red Sox fans playing in this New England Regional. Brennan could have been the Game 2 starter tomorrow, but again, the plans you lay out between the manager and coaches going into the tournament and into the game change on the fly. Brennan's got a real good fastball and a good curveball. He's 5'5", 125 pounds. He'll be a 7th grader at Thornton Academy in Saco, Thornton Academy Middle School in Saco in the fall.
Number 28, Ryson Michaud.
Ryson Michaud looks at ball 2. Ryson Michaud, in spite of being the number 9 hitter in the lineup, has power. He had a big home run in the state tournament, helping this team win the state title in New Hampshire. He's got himself a 3-0 count. Ball 4. Noah Fullerton, who pitched so well for 5 1/3 innings, now at shortstop. He swapped positions with Tabor. And his first pitch to Dom LeBranch is a ball. Led off the first inning with a strikeout, then was pinch hit for in the 3rd inning. He takes a strike there. Two balls and 2 strikes. Fights that one off. The count remains 2-2. Well, Dom is a big fan of Christian McCaffrey, the NFL running back. Kike Hernandez, the Red Sox utility man, is his favorite baseball player. And he's got himself a 3-2 count. Slaps it. Left field side. And the count remains 3-2. Again, the payoff pitch, and again it's spoiled by Dom LeBranch. Dom's the oldest of Joe and Melanie's 3 kids. Older brother Jace, and then there's 5-year-old Tegan. And he is working the count. You see, this is the 9th pitch of the at-bat, and he draws a walk. Consecutive walks. Michaud to second. LeBranch is aboard at first.
Number 27, Mason Deval.
And now Mason Deval. He takes a called strike. Mason loves to watch The Simpsons on TV. His favorite food, he says, is chili. Swing and a miss. Brennan Tabor on in relief. Seems to be zeroing in on that strike zone. Punched foul, and they'll do it again. This game was scoreless until the top of the 5th inning, when a 2-run double by Brennan Tabor, now on the mound, scored Ryan Gagnon and Quinn Cook. And then in the top of this inning, 3 more runs, an RBI single, an RBI ground out, and then an RBI double. Shortstop steps on the bag. Fullerton gets the out at second. And it looks like we have an injured base runner. Dom LeBranch slow to get up. That is the second out of the inning. Down to third goes Michaud. See what happened if there was some sort of collision. And indeed, that doesn't feel good. But a credit as LeBranch ran off the field. His opponents, many of the Maine players, applauded for him. And so Deval reaches on the fielder's choice. And so it comes down to the power-hitting Tristan Lucier. Healthy cut on the first pitch. He's 1 for 2. He'd love to keep it going for his twin brother Cal, who waits on deck. The 0-1 pitch from Tabor. 0-2. Now the folks who've made the trip from Saco, Maine, up in the stands here at the Giamatti Center, making some noise, trying to get this final strike to secure an opening round win. Good eye, Tristan Lucier. Tristan is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and then was doubled off on a great throw by the left fielder, Will Tripp. The 1-2 slapped foul. And so Michaud will go back to third. Deval will go back to first, and they'll do it again. In our first game of this regional this afternoon, Vermont beat Rhode Island 1-0. Another great pitchers duel here in game 2. And a good battle going on between the reliever Brennan Tabor and the batter Tristan Lucier. Again, the 1-2. Swing, a foul tip held onto, and that's your ball game. Brennan Tabor gets the final 2 outs, smiles and hugs all around for this Saco Dayton Little League state champion from Maine into the winner's bracket with an impressive 5-0 victory over New Hampshire. And with that win, Maine will play tomorrow night in a winner's bracket game at 7 o'clock against Massachusetts.